box 6 rounds. So I'm going over the rules in the dressing room. I expect you to obey my commands at all times. Most of all, protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves good luck.
So a little background on the name of Teremoana. Teremoana is his birth name. For a while, Teremoana went by his middle name of Samson. Shortly after his grandfather passed away, he was also named Teremoana. He went back to being known as Teremoana. He did keep the connection to Samson. However, Old Testament readers might know the story of Samson, Book of Judges. Sergio, I know you're an avid reader. The legendary warrior who derived his strength from his hair. He has not cut his hair for the last 6 years and says he has no plans to, at least not until he becomes heavyweight champion.
Well, he looks good, man. He's a big fighter, has a wicked jab, shotgun jab. I mean, that's probably the best weapon that he has. And once he puts that right hand behind it, I mean, that's why he gets all these knockouts. But look for that jab to, you know, make way for that right hand.
I will say this about Teremoana. He does have power, but he does get hit. He took some shots in his last fight, was able to walk through them, but if Whitfield can sit down on some of these punches, he's got a chance to do some damage.
Yeah, Teremoana willing to wager that he's going to win those exchanges, and contrary to the longevity of his hair length, Teremoana's fights tend to not last that long. Of course, coming off that first-round TKO victory over James Singh in March of this year here on DAZN. Looks for that big right hand over the top. He's going to have to aim that downward quite a bit. Of course, Aleem Whitfield, 6 feet tall. Teremoana, 6'6".
Now, he's going to end up getting hit by the right hand because Whitfield keeps dipping to his right. He never dips to his left. So notice that anytime Moana throws that punch, look, he dips to his right. So Teremoana's only going to have to punch down to actually hit him in the side of the head. And those punches hurt and they drop you. Look, see, there it is right there.
Chopping right hand.
You know, Teremoana, not the deepest amateur background, but he is a former Olympian. He's got 2 fights against Bakodir Jalolov, the 2-time Olympic gold medalist. And that's a fight that Teremoana says he wants to get his lick back in the pro ranks.
And Teremoana landed a right hand, lifted up the feet of Whitfield from the canvas. It's a powerful, powerful man right there.
Whitfield just not able to get in range with his own right hand. You can see what the idea is. It's a dip to his right and try and come back with a counter right hand. But unfortunately, these long chopping right hands from Teremoana are getting there first.
Look, and Whitfield is a big guy right now, but he began his career in the amateurs as a middleweight. He made his pro debut at 168 pounds. So he's not.
Big left hook, and the hammer is out.
Good stoppage. Good stoppage. Whitfield was out already. What a puncher.
Oh, my goodness. Aleem Whitfield is frozen here in the corner up above us. That is a frightening knockout.
This is serious power by Teremoana, and you can see it even when he misses. He punches through opponents. But it was only a matter of time for Whitfield to get hit. He kept leaning to that same side, that right side. Teremoana just chopped him down.
Aleem Whitfield was unconscious, but still folded on top of his back leg. Now looks like they've maneuvered him into a position that is a little safer. That is a frightening knockout. Scary power from Teremoana.
8 wins, 8 knockouts. Now, look, the power's real, but I was impressed with how he set up that power with that jab. He didn't smother himself. He landed it right. He was actually aiming where the head was going to be of Whitfield, and that's the reason it had that impact that I was talking about. Whitfield kept dipping to the same side, to the right side, so Teremoana just chopped down, and those punches in the side of the head, man, they do damage.
Jesse Bam Rodriguez returns to action on July 19th when the WBC World Super Flyweight champ looks to unify the division as he faces the undefeated WBO belt holder Fumalela Kafu in Frisco, Texas. Medical staff still attending to Aleem Whitfield here in the corner right above us, and now being placed on the stool. Good to see Aleem Whitfield responsive and communicating Another first-round knockout for Teremoana, and I have a feeling, Sergio, that there's going to be a certain caliber of fighters that Teremoana is just going to roll through because of that explosive power.
No, that power's serious, and he's going to fit in right real nicely as 6'6" and as big as he is, because in this new era of heavyweights, if you're not 6 foot plus 5, yeah, you're going to have a hard time. And look, Whitfield was outsized, outmanned, outgunned, and nice left hook right there. But it was a hook that actually had him out in his feet. It wasn't the right hand. Just a big puncher, no matter where you go. Look, smart shot right there, picking him up with that right uppercut, and then finishing him off with that left hook. It wasn't even a compact, concise left hook. That's how powerful this man is. You can see it. He opened up his arm, and normally those don't have that much power, but when you're this big and that massive, it's doing damage.
Teremoana could dance in celebration as he did during his entrance. Looks like we are ready to make this one official, so let's send it back up to David Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee David Fields calls a halt to this contest. The official time of the stoppage, 2 minutes, 28 seconds of round number 1. Declaring your winner by TKO. He's still undefeated, Teremoana. Teremoana.
So Teremoana now 8-0 with 8 knockouts in his professional career.